yourself and finders keepers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get the cheer done first.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to go ahead and ask the cheerleaders to come up here, please. Cheerleaders, come on, let's go! First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming this evening. It really means a lot to all of us. Also, too, we'd like to thank the parents, all the cheerleaders for all their hard work this year, as well as my assistant coaches. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. Definitely looking forward to another great season this year, next year, coming up. All right, ladies, let's begin. Thank you, ladies, for everything. Continue to work hard. I love you all. So let's start with Asante. Asante, here you are. Stay here, Melissa. Stay here, Asante. Sam. Gabby. Yeah, of course. Diana. I know your name. Is that all the cheerleaders here this evening? All right. Thank you, everyone.
I need all the football players to sit down in their chairs. You're blocking the views of the parents. Okay, I just want to say a couple words about this year. I would like to thank all the families who came down tonight to support your kids, your nephews. It was a real great season for us. All 5 levels, I think all 4 levels were 36 and 7, I think, total. Only our second year of acceptance. And I'll tell you right now, MBL is really looking at San Francisco Warriors as a target next year. So we're going to come here a little stronger next year, right? Okay, here we go. Tiny Mike's, Coach Francisco and his staff. Chance together.
So, this is the first year for the Tiny Mites, and these little kids did a great job. Came out every day, worked hard, came out to the games, played against bigger competition, older competition, and held their own. So, hats off to the Tiny Mites.
Ay, pangit ang posisyon natin.
And then we got Nico. And little Mikey. And little Anthony. and Big Mac, Angelo. And then we got JJ. And then we got Damien. And we got Khalil. Some awards. We got the Tiny Mites Lineman of the Year, Angelo. Next we got Most Improved, Nico. Tiny Mites Warrior of the Year, Mikey.
Good job, Mikey!
Our Tiny Mites Back of the Year, Khalil. Our defensive MVP, Isaiah. And another most improved player for the Tiny Mites, Damien. Our team MVP, who's not here right now, JT. And the Tiny Mites offensive MVP, who's not here, Zion. And can I get the team moms to come up here? Tiny Mites team moms, both of them. Good job, team moms. Give it up for the Tiny Mites.
down, please. Varsity. I'm not going to tell you again.
Make him do push-ups.
Coach Rennell and the Mighty Mites.
Hey, good evening. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for coming. Hey, this year the Mighty Mites did a really great job. We had a lot of veterans, but we also had a lot of young players that came in. And get your attention, please. Again, the Mighty Mites had a great season this year. We had a lot of veteran players that came back, and also a lot of new players that came and had a lot of big roles and parts in our success this year. And so I definitely want to say thank you to the parents for bringing them out. Thank you to the players, my coaching staff, and also the board. Sorry, better? All right. And yeah, so we had a great season, a lot of exciting games this year. Pretty much most of you guys seen it, but we got the game started for the rest of the levels. Very exciting year. So I guess we'll go ahead and just get to it. We'll announce our 2011 Central Division champions, Mighty Mites. And Coach, you got the handout, or you want to write your piece? Guys, slow down. All right, the first trophy goes out to Javier. Javier, come on.
Right here.
Isaiah, also, come on up. Dub, let's go, Dub. Jalen, come on up. Sergio, what's up, man? How are you doing? Congratulations. Jesse, come on up, Jesse. Right, we got Vince. Let's go, Vince. Roman, let's go. How you doing? We're moving it pretty fast. Isaiah, come on up, sir. Receive your trophy. Raphael, Bendo. Make sure you guys get your pictures. Juniors, come on up. June. Going over the little hump. Nico. Give it up for Nico. AD. What's up, AD? Danny. We got Amon over here. Mr. David Alvarez. We got little Nathaniel Bendo. We got Big Chris. Sugar Bear. Harrison. Good job, Harrison. We got IJ. All right, now on to the and Javion. Last but not least, Mr. Javion Cassidy. Hey, I like the tie, sir. I like the tie. Okay, everybody. So now we're going on to our individual awards here. For the most improved player, we have Vince. Vince, step it up, Vince. This guy never played football before, but came out and became our starting quarterback and had to learn really fast. Good job, Vince. Give it up to him. All right, our back of the year, we have Mr. Romian. Romian, step it up. Mr. Romian here. Hey, for this guy's little size, really shifty. A little mini Barry Sanders right there. All right. Now we got offensive MVP. I think we all know who that is. Mr. Rafael Bendo. Outstanding season, thank you. Right, on to defensive MVP, Mr. Isaiah Osom. All right, guys. This award is our lineman of the year, which basically means played both sides of the ball and anywhere on the line where we needed him to fill in at any time we requested. Mr. Dub. Congratulations, Dub. All right, this award goes out to the Warrior of the Year. He's been with us since the beginning and has vastly improved every year and has done a lot for us. Give it up to Javier Ramirez. This award
Sit down, you guys sit down.
is our team MVP, so overall MVP. Now this player came to us this year, started out as a lineman, worked his way up to linebacker, outside linebacker, and then to fullback, and eventually did some running back as well. This player was a tremendous player to coach, very coachable. You ask him to do anything and he'll do it. And I give this award, or we give this award, to the team MVP, IJ. Thank you. Real quick, did any of my coaches want to go ahead and say a little something? Again, parents, board, staff, players, thank you very much. Again, your 2011 Central Division champions. Also, I'm sorry. We definitely need a big, huge round of applause for one of the most important persons on this team, Mandy, our team mom. She held it together. She was our glue. We couldn't have done this without her as well. Thank you.
Mandy.
roller coaster ride for us, but when everything got going, we got steamrolled. We picked up the pace and we took this league by storm. I'd like to thank all the parents for all the support they gave us. But there's a very special thank you I want to give to Jamie and Lissette. I want to say thank you guys. Come up and picture a little thank you. They went above and beyond of help. They helped us do a lot. Volunteering for everything, doing everything. Thank you. Thank you. So now let's get to these awards for the kids. Come on up, kid. First man up, first guy up, Tyler Reynolds. First guy up, T. We got Jason. We got Lassa. Jackson. Aaron. Caesar. Brandon. Tyreek. Ronnie. This is a kill, but to us, this is money. Davey.
How's it, cake?
Leslie. Gabriel. And Seth. Now we're gonna get to these individual awards, but we're gonna do a little something different. I'm gonna hand it off to their position coaches so they can speak a little bit on the choice in play. So first up, excuse me. So first up, we're gonna start off with defense. So for our defensive award, defensive MVP, this is a first-year player to our organization. When we first got him, we put him at outside linebacker. Didn't really pan out there. And we saw a tremendous athlete, and we kind of were scratching our heads at first. Where do we put this young man? And we talked amongst ourselves, and we said, let his talents, shine. And we just put him at defensive end. Little did he know he was still playing stand-up outside linebacker. So at first, he really didn't take to the adjustment. But he grew into the position and became a force. And his whole side of the defense was shut down every game. He showed up to play, made no excuses. And for our defensive MVP for 2011 is Leslie McFarland. Okay, now we're going to hand it off to the offensive MVP.
The offensive MVP goes to probably one of the most dynamic athletes in the league this year. He really helped us out a whole lot. He could run the ball, he could tackle, he could throw the ball like nobody else. Again, I think this player is going to do big things in the future, both in high school, and who knows farther, college, who knows. But the offensive most valuable player goes to Akil. off to, the back of the year?
So the back of the year, this player, he came up to practice every day, ready to work. Even though he made mistakes, he still did it at 110%. Sometimes he had a little bit of off days. Sometimes he didn't want to practice, but at the same time, he came to show up anyway. And he always was probably one of the quietest kids on the team, but definitely a talented player. And he got plenty of picks, scored 6 touchdowns at the Jamboree. He was probably one of the best players in our eyes at the beginning of the season. So the back of the year in 2011 for our junior midgets is Aaron Cruz.
I'm going to pass it on to Coach Paul to introduce the lineman of the year. At the beginning of this season, after the first game, we scratched our heads and we're thinking it was going to be a long, short season. But once we got to the second game and beyond that, our team picked up and never looked back. And it was due a lot to our line play. We had a lot of guys working hard, playing hard, improving every week. But by mid-season, this player took the line as his own and really owned it, offensively and defensively. This guy's got a motor that doesn't quit, attitude and spirit to go with it. I'm very proud of him. He's improved a lot. Lineman of the year, Tyler Reynolds. Here we go. Now I'm announced the Warrior of the Year. This little guy, he's one of the youngest on the team. Anything we asked of him in a game, he did it. I asked him to go get the ball. He'll go get the ball, he'll go strip it, go get it, and he'll bring it back to me. Never mind the refs. We get 15-yard penalties because he hands me the ball. He holds it down in school. Gets great grades. I can't speak no more, but T. Now, most improved. I've been watching this kid play for 3 seasons now. Was fortunate enough to coach him for 2. And every year, I've been seeing him get better and better and better. And by the end of the season, he became one of the biggest playmakers on the team. One of the littlest guys, but he put the team on his shoulders at times, and he carried us. With your board, Jackson. Now we're going to our team most valuable player. We lost him about 2/3 of the way into the season because he snapped his leg in a game. I sat with him in the hospital for about a half an hour. He was all drugged up off of morphine and he started speaking to me. Coach, I'll be back. He was telling me he's gonna be back in 2 weeks. I'll be back. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We'll be back. And then he started speaking on helping the team in other ways. He played really big. We couldn't even, it was hard to replace him. We tried so much, but there was always that empty spot in the middle of that defense, on that offense. Jason Louis. We got a special award to give to our team mom. She went above and beyond all the time.
trying to run the league, yelling at me, text this, email this, do that. I'm sitting, you know, I sit there at night, stop talking to me about football. And, you know, she can't do with me on that end. I've been, you know, my fiance, Regina Burnett.
Let's hear it for that JV team. I need all the varsity parents. You want to take good pictures, you better step up here.
3 seasons, and we've grown, and you know, we hope we continue to grow to becoming a family. Okay, without the parents, without your support every day, we can't do what we do. Without the coaches, we cannot do what we do. And to have certain people, certain individuals go above and beyond, it really makes our job as running this organization much easier. There's probably a lot of deserving people in this room, okay? But we came together, and for this past season, we would like to give and recognize some very special people, okay? First person that I would like to personally recognize, and we've all heard him, he's the voice of the Warriors, does a tremendous job, comes to work every day, and he's a professional. And when he's not in the booth, there's something missing. He brings a certain quality to this game, to the fans, and for our appreciation to Mr. Carl Irwin, the voice of the Warriors. Thank you. Okay. Another parent who was always wants to speak.
Good evening, sports fans. Thank you.
Another parent who was always in the snack shack helping our ladies out, Claire Quijano. This is another person who's, you know, everyone in the organization loves. I don't know if I've seen her here today, but if I announce her name, she'll come up. She's been with us through thick and thin. From when we first started, she's been with us through the bad, through the good, and has been a constant support and backbone for our organization. That's Annie Togiai. These two gentlemen, I would like to, you know, I'm going to announce at the same time. In order for us to put on a game, we have to have EMTs at every game. And they did a tremendous job of volunteering their time and service. And really looked after your young boys and young girls. And so for our EMTs, I'd like to thank Mr. Paul Orlando and Mr. Thomas Busby. Newcomer to our organization. We've known him from the past organizations we've been with. Really just took it upon himself to help us out in that booth. Ran the scoreboard, helped us, he was there till 10 o'clock at night helping clean up after games. And I just want to say thank you to Brian Pedersen, and
Right on.
And so these next two awards, appreciation awards, go out to two families that one's been with us and one's brand new to the organization. And before I announce the names, like I said, there's a lot of deserving families and people in this room. But these two families in particular, the Heathcote family and the Cielo family. Thank you.
Heathcote family, please. Okay, families, here we go. Put your hands together for the varsity staff and players.
In the words of my ancestors, I like to say, Tarofa, meaning hello and fair greetings to you all. Tonight is a special night, not just for the Warriors organization, not just for us, but especially for this proud group of young boys. I know throughout the season they thought they grew up, they thought they're becoming young men, which is true. But in our eyes, they're still young boys. Ladies and gentlemen, this team right here, if you date back fall last year, which is the first year of existence, up until this year, this team has a winning record of 31 wins and only 2 losses. Which we are proud to be a part of. You can talk X's and O's all day long. You can show them this and that all night long. But when it really comes to winning the games, it's all about them. It's the way they perform on the field. It's the way they take everything that we teach them and execute on the field. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for your 2011 Warrior Veterans. Leading the way, Mr. Ryan Rosales. Keith Ishmael. Jamarian Gaston. Omar. Mavaena Magatron. Darius Pacquiao. JD. Aiden Verba. Mauricio Flores. Christopher Ruano. Another late arrival, Delonte Campbell. And McDonald's own Big Mac. Is that everyone who's here? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge the fact too that we have had players who helped contribute to the success of this team here. They've dropped off during the end of the regular season. Some of them have dropped off during the 6th or 7th game of the year. I'd like to acknowledge that those players too played a vital and key factor into this team's success. And now we will head into the individual awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our first award of the night is our Most Improved Player of the Year. Now this award, you've heard in basketball there's a 6-man award. In some football states there's a 12-man award for the crowd. Most Improved Award to me is a very special award because it shows how much the player itself has improved, not only from season to season, but through day to day. Not only through practice, but through game time. Yes, he's been yelled at so many times by his uncle. Yes, he's been yelled at so many times by his positional coach. But the thing about this kid, he always comes back fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius San Juan. This award, personally picked by me, I want you to know because I coach this position. This kid here, his dad was a former player, played college level, one of the best teams in the country. The thing about him, he doesn't dwell on that. He works hard, he comes to the games, to practice, he asks a lot of questions. It's to help him develop. And develop, to me, is an understatement because he's progressed so far. Ladies and gentlemen, Lineman of the Year, Keith Ishmael. Just for everybody to understand the criteria for tonight's selection, we did not look only at their physical abilities on the field. To us, and our coaching staff, we take the word student athlete very serious. The awards are being handed out to the kids who not only excel in the classroom, excel on the field. No troubles off the field, no troubles at home, no troubles on the field. That is why we've picked these candidates for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is Back of the Year. Now this kid here is one of the funniest kids I've ever known. I honestly think he has a Samoan side to him. Because he always comes in every day and instead of calling me Coach Y, he goes, "What's up, Moose?" This kid, he's gone through a lot. He plays his heart out every single game. Yeah, he has a couple of practices on and off, but it's the nature of the business, it's the nature of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, our Back of the Year goes to Jamarian Caston. And if you guys notice, he might be a role model someday. Our next co-award, because it was a hard selection for us. At our running back position, we are deep. We have a deep threat at our running back position. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid, to us, is a coach's dream. He doesn't talk back. He's always quiet. He doesn't say anything else. He always shakes his head like he's mute. But he understands. He knows what's going on. He comes to practice. He plays hard at every game. And I can't wait to see what he does this year or next year at football. Ladies and gentlemen, Back of the Year, Jamar Williams. Still quiet, as you guys see. Our next award is our defensive MVP. this kid here, he's one of our shutdown defensive players of the year. Every game we've played, from game 1 all the way up to Vegas, he has had the responsibility of covering the #1 receiver on every team. Ladies and gentlemen, that responsibility, it's like Darrelle Revis of the New York Jets. You have to cover the top receivers of every team. And he's played up to it. He's played hard. Not only does he cover hard, he led the team in interceptions, he led the team in kickoff returns for touchdowns and punt returns for touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, our defensive MVP, Aiden Hamilton. Our next award is our offensive MVP. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm pretty sure everybody in this room knows who that award is going to. Not only did he lead our team in touchdowns, he led the league in touchdowns. This boy is so fast that everybody has to slow their cameras down just to see him twice. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid right here is a hard worker. He practices hard, he plays hard. The #1 thing about him is he loves playing around with his players, with his teammates. He had a big improvement from fall last year to this year. And that's why this year, our offensive MVP goes to Mr. Ramon Flash Chandler. Our next award is the Warrior of the Year, and he's not here tonight. But in our offense, we're mostly a power run offense. And he's our tight end, and he's been blocking his little butt off for everybody, every game. He goes up against the best defense in the league. He gets pounded by these big boys every time. And he plays hard. Ladies and gentlemen, to us, the qualities of this young man resembles this award. Warrior of the Year goes to Mr. Sam Wadsworth.
This next guy that we have here, he was my favorite. I was mad at Fred last year for stealing us from the bars and bringing him down to the JV team. This kid right here keeps his mouth shut, his motor goes 100 miles per hour, and you couldn't ask for a better kid. I mean, I love this kid to death. I think this kid's gonna be a special person in the future. I mean, I don't know. I just gotta say, Peyton's the man. You know what I mean? Peyton's our team MVP.
I want to thank everybody that came here to support their kids. This varsity group is a special group. Second class of the Warrior organization, but they played their hearts out. They started out the season with 28, 29 kids. They finished the season with only 20, 19 at some times. They fought through adversity. You know, they were getting kind of bored because they were just beating people, and they were talking about when we were going to face some good competition. And then that competition came with Vacaville Christian, and it was one of the most exciting games we ever been a part of. 6-6 all the way into the fourth quarter with Vacaville Christian driving, and then Casson picks off that ball and takes it all the way, scores that winning touchdown. It just tells you how special this group is, the whole entire group. We talk about Chris Ruano. Kid never played football before. He started late, I think second or third game after the end of the season. Started kicking 45-yard punts for us. You know, everybody played their big part, a big role in this team. We talk about Mr. Sanchez, who came to our organization last year. His main thing was baseball, but he wanted to stick with it and become a better football player, and he developed into one of Coach Mike's top linebackers in the rotation. You know, so we are proud of this group, and I know you guys are too. I know our family members and our board members are real proud of this group. They set it off. We represented in Florida, represented in San Diego, and we represented in Las Vegas. So not everybody's going to have that opportunity. We don't even know what kind of team we're going to get next year. This team here is a special team to all of us. So let's put your hands together for these kids.